A set of books that I recall immersing myself in as a teenager was titled Makers of Civilization. These books presented the iconic people who defined the landmarks of history and civilization. People such as Marie Curie, the Nobel laureate, whose work in physics and chemistry, including radioactivity, earned her a place among, quote, women who changed science, unquote. Alexander Fleming, whose work of culturing led to the development of penicillin, and Florence Nightingale, who defined modern nursing. All these persons of great mind were introduced to many a secondary school teenager through the Makers of Civilization series. As I have encountered the different facets of Dr. S.K.B. Asante's life and work as a law student, as a lawyer, as a citizen, and member of the judiciary, I have long formed the position that Nana Dr. Asante's place is within the volumes of the makers of Ghana's civilization. Should any historian oblige a waiting nation by continuing the narrative beyond the second edition of Professor Edu Boahen's topics in West African history, I believe that more than a chapter needs to be dedicated to Nana Dr. SKB Asante, a national hero, a statesman, a patriarch, administrator, academic, national and international civil servant, leader of thought, philosopher, Omaihene, traditional ruler, and social engineer extraordinaire. In depiction of the quality of excellence that the man Nana Dr. S.K.B. Asante embodies, it can be seen from his life work that each of the above identified roles has influenced and filled the content of the other, culminating in trails of effective legacies from every one of them. Through all of this, Nana has towered in ageless relevance and continuing quest for service to motherland Ghana. In his, quote, notes on my journey to Achimota, unquote, Nana Dr. S.K.B. Asante opens his essay by describing, quote, his fate with Ghana with the words, by some historical quirk, various stages of my personal history coincided with some phases of the modern political evolution of Ghana. I went to elementary school during the Second World War, that is 1939 to 45. I actually started a year earlier. My education at the secondary and tertiary levels took place during the nationalist struggle for independence, unquote. It is easy then to see why this extraordinary man has poured his life into the development of our nation. His greatness undoubtedly resounds in how effectively he allowed the worth and treasures of royal upbringing, education in Achimota School, and birth and growth at the cusp of the historical landmarks that shaped the last century to impact him for good, making him a giver to the nation rather than an untoward taker. Leonardo da Vinci is quoted as saying that, quote, whoever sows virtue reaps honor. The man we have come here to honor this evening has sown so much virtue in our nation and the Committee of Nations that the honor due him must, in Portian descriptions of the virtue of mercy in Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice,